Before you buy your next RV, watch this video. It could save you potentially tens of thousands of dollars. There are 5 major things that you need to do before you buy your next RV. The first thing you do is do your homework. Research what you want. Find the floor plan, not the manufacturer. Find the best floor plan for you. Once you've found the best floor plan for yourself, then find the different manufacturers that make that floor plan. Then compare the manufacturers to each other. You want to look up between 3 and 4 different brands on there. You want to go to the forums in Facebook and Reddit and look at what's been going on with those manufacturers recently. You can also go to crappyrv.com and you can look at the recall list. You can see which recalls have happened recently and which manufacturer has the most recalls. You can actually put your email address in there, and if your manufacturer gets a recall, you'll be emailed right away. Don't make any money from that, just did it for free. The final thing you want to do is you want to set a hard budget, not your monthly budget, but your out the door budget. Stick to that budget, write it down, always look at it, and if it's over that money, walk out. Number 2, inspect the unit yourself. Now, you're not licensed, you don't have all this experience, but you can still walk through an RV and tell if it's going to be crappy or not. This is all before we move forward. You want to run the slides in and out. You want to fill it with water, let it sit for 10 minutes. You want to run the faucets, flush the toilets, make sure it's hooked up to city water. You want to fire up the AC, the furnace, the fridge. You want to do all these things on the lot. The reason you want to do it on the lot is if a salesman says, I can't do that, run away. A good salesperson and a good dealership will hook everything up for you and let you look at the RV as it is, as if you were camping. So those are the ones you want to trust. The next thing you want to do is you want to figure out a way to get on the roof. A lot of dealerships will say, we can't let you on the roof for liability reasons. Figure out a way to get on the roof. Get a drone, get a ladder, whatever you got to do to get up there and take a look at those seals and take a look at the condition of the roof. Some of the RVs that have been sitting for 6 months or a year, they're going to have messed up roofs. Those are the ones you don't want to have. All the problems start from the roof down. Open every cabinet and underbelly. And the 3 things you want to look out for are water stains, sawdust, and loose screws. The third thing you want to do is you want to ask the dealer the hard questions. You want to ask the dealer how long the RV's been on the lot. Some of these RVs have been on dealer lots for 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. The key to finding out how old your RV actually is looking in the door jamb right there at the VIN number. Take the VIN number, take a picture of it, do a quick Google search. It'll tell you the manufacture date of the RV that you're looking at. The second place you want to look is a lot of times on the steel on the bottom, they'll be written in chalk when the chassis was built from Lippert. It'll be right out there in the open. The third thing you want to do is you want to look on the tires. Find the number on the tire, do a quick Google search to find out when the tire was manufactured. Can't tell you how many times I've seen an RV that was a 2023, but the tires were built in 2020. So what they do is Lippert or whoever's building the chassis will order a whole bunch of chassis, a whole bunch of tires, and they'll put them all on there and they'll put them out in the boneyard. Then a company like Alliance or Grand Design or Winnebago or whoever will purchase a bunch of chassis from that company. Those chassis will then go to the manufacturer and sit there for God knows how long. Then they'll build on top of that chassis. Then those go and sit out into a yard for God knows how long. Then the dealer will order some and they'll be shipped over to the dealer, and then the dealer will have them on their lot for God knows how long, 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. I've seen RVs that were 2, 3, 3.5 years old with tires that were even older than that. So make sure you pull numbers, do a quick Google search. It's so easy. The fourth thing you want to do is you want to negotiate the prices and the fees. Never look at the MSRP. I don't even know why they have MSRPs on there. MSRPs, it's all fiction. It's just a starting point. My point of reference, and this is what I tell most people, usually take 30 to 35% off of the MSRP. That's where you start your negotiation. You want to make sure that you have written quotes from other dealers. So back during your research, if you want to call 3 or 4 dealerships and say, hey, give me your best price, make sure, and you can call all around the country. Who wouldn't want to fly 5 hours away to pick up an RV if it costs them $10,000 less than buying one locally. So try to have 3 or 4 quotes in writing when you come in there. So when you're negotiating the price, you can say, look, I can go down the street, I can fly 5 hours away and get something for $10,000 less. It's a strong negotiating tool. The next thing you want to do is you want to attack those 3 fees. The freight fee, the prep fee, and the dock fee, or admin fee, or underbelly fee, or whatever kind of fees. Anytime you see the word fee on there, it's always negotiable. And when I say negotiable, it might not be negotiable with that dealership. They'll say, oh, we can't negotiate admin fees, or that price comes from the higher ups, we can't negotiate that. What I mean is dealership to dealership. If you're at a dealership in Charleston, West Virginia, trying to buy something and they have an $800 admin fee, I guarantee you there's another RV somewhere on the Eastern Seaboard that doesn't have that $800 admin fee. So that's what I mean by negotiate. You can negotiate all those fees, prep fees, dock fees, and everything. Have in your mind how much you are out the door, not your monthly payment, because a good salesman will try to get you on the monthly payment and try to negotiate that. You want to work on out the door. Out the door is the price of the RV plus any fees plus the sales tax, and that's your final out the door price. Stick with that. The biggest thing you can do, and this is your strongest negotiating tool, is you can walk away. Be able, even if you've been at the dealership for 3, 4, and 5 hours, your kids are crying, you're tired, you're hungry, if you can walk away, you're a winner. The other thing you want to do is when you go in to the finance department and they try to sell you an extended warranty, try your best not to do that. They're going to say, oh, the warranty on this is only a year. It's only a year of warranty. We want to sell you one that's 3 or 4 and 5 years. The warranties, first of all, they're terrible. They usually have a fee that you have to pay every time you bring it in. You still have to wait for parts. They're usually only for certain dealerships or certain areas around the country. And the biggest thing about warranties is they're usually marked up 100%. So if you're buying a $3,000 warranty, I guarantee you the dealership only paid maybe $1,000, $1,200 for that. Finally, number 5, before you take delivery, once you've negotiated everything, once you've done everything in the finance office, before you take delivery, say, I want to hire an independent inspector. And that will scare the crap out of them. But it's the best thing you can do. A lot of dealerships will say, we don't allow independent inspectors, run away. A good dealership will allow a third-party inspector to take a look at the RV to make sure everything's in working condition. Hopefully, a good inspector will find some things wrong with it. And they hopefully aren't going to be major things, but it's going to be some things that you can get done before you take delivery. The goal is when you take delivery of that RV, it is in the condition that the manufacturer wanted it in when they built it. Make sure you know what your warranty coverage is. If they say, oh, we have a 1-year warranty, is that on everything? Does it include mobile service, mobile techs to come out there, or do you have to bring it to the dealership? Do you have to bring it to that dealership, or can you bring it to any dealership? There's some companies out there that I think there's one that has the keep you camping thing, but you have to take it to certain dealerships. Just make sure you know what the warranty coverage is, and you can easily just upload it to Google or upload it to ChatGPT and say, hey, give me a brief on this warranty coverage, or tell me what the warranty coverage is on this specific model, and Google usually can just pop it back to you pretty quickly. Never accept delivery in the rain or at dark. If you're trying to get the RV that day and it's an emergency, I get it, but always be willing to wait till the next day and wait till the mid-afternoon or the mid-morning when it's nice and bright, when you can see everything before you take delivery. That's something I wish I knew. Do that second walkthrough. Make sure you look at everything, but the most important thing when you take delivery is take a video. Just take a 10-minute video, walk through the whole thing, take pictures, make sure you point out areas of concern so that when you come back later, there's no question. It's time-stamped and you can actually show that you're on the lot there. Those are the 5 secrets to buying an RV. Now, if you want a printable, downloadable PDF of what I just said, perfect. Go to crappyrv.com, download it. I made it free for everybody, so it can save you tens of thousands of dollars, but most importantly, all the headache that I've been through. Good luck out there.